So mainly use case diagram talks about the functionality of a system, and it's used in analysis phase to get input from the use cases or the user. Whereas when we compare it to a class diagram deals with different classes and relationships and how the classes communicate. And sequence diagram means it will talk about the behavior of a system over a time. Whereas collaboration diagram, it will be a pictorial representation between classes and objects. Okay, so sequence diagram will be a sequences, whereas collaboration diagram is between classes and objects. Use case diagrams usually convert what we think manually into a software form. Talking about extends and includes relationship, which is this one and this one. Extends, it will deal with the attributes of a class or the methods of a class, and includes is nothing but to give, if we need to give some conditional statements, then we have to go for includes relationship. We have dealt with the theory. Now we shall move on to the experiment. So the overall objective of this experiment is you have to use a use case diagram to draw an online admission system where students can apply any university based on marks. Then they should shortlist and call for exams, and later they will be allotted the seats. Coming to explaining the parts section. So this is the actor. So actor can be a system, otherwise a human. In case a system means it's like a database where your informations can be stored or retrieved. Association is nothing but which will connect your use cases and the actor, and includes relationship. It is as I said before, it's just an attribute, and extends is nothing but for your conditions statements they are using it, and use case is where the user requirements are written. So it's nothing but an analysis phase. Why they say this as analysis phase means these use cases, they will be holding all the user requirements, that is what the customer says to the company. The requirements will be held within this use cases, and later from the side of a client is communicating with the another actor. The actors are showing just the two ends of the system, but in between use cases are nothing but the actual user requirement. Let us see more about how all these concepts are working. So for that, initially a student is applying online. So when he is applying online, surely we will be having when you apply for an exam, you will have the login, invalid login, all those things. Then when you are coming for marks, surely the marks means under the marks you need all these groups are needed, essential. Then when we talk about an online exam website like EduServe, then in the COE website you need the hall ticket generation, ID checking, all these things. Then mark eligibility, surely it needs other rank, caste, all these things. And attending counseling also needs location and the date. Allotting seats, they will be needing the required attributes like the seats and the campuses. And confirmation, for proceeding with this confirmation, you need some extra attributes like mail, or whether you're going to send by post, or your confirmation. Let us have a quick recap of use case diagrams. So use case diagrams, mainly it is used only in the analysis phase, so we can't do much functionality with that, but then too it will give what the user is saying. The first stage of the analysis phase is brought out in the use case diagram. Later these use case diagrams have to become converted into class diagrams, and it goes on. Use cases are nothing but the classes and class diagrams. Different the actors, then use case, extends, includes, all these relationships play a major role in use case diagrams, especially to give conditions or adding attributes, or the starting and end point of a communication, otherwise to say the user requirements. For all these things, these use cases are used.